All right, listen to this. Because my life just went completely sideways. Jessica and I, we were that couple everyone envied, you know? College sweethearts, the whole 9 yards. She was a knockout, seriously. Thick, dark hair, those blue eyes that could cut glass, and a body that wouldn't quit. But it wasn't just looks, it was her. Jessica was electric, smart as hell, and could make you laugh till your sides hurt. Best friends first, then boom, 3 months in. Backseat of my beat-up Honda Civic after a late-night diner run. Clumsy, awkward, but real. When we finally, connected, she cried. Happy tears. Corny as it sounds, I knew right then we were it, me. Mike. Construction guy, own my own business, nothing fancy, but solid. 6 foot, brown hair that's thinning a bit on top, brown eyes. Jessica taught music at the local high school. We were good, comfortable, talking about starting a family, the whole suburban dream. First 10 years, bliss. Intimacy wasn't every day, but it was real. It was us. Cuddle every night, that was our rule. Waking up next to her every morning felt like winning the lottery. I'd have walked through fire for her, no question. Then, everything shattered. Work slows down in the winter, so we always did a holiday getaway. Usually somewhere warm. Ditch the New York freeze. Sometimes Jessica would visit her folks upstate, or do extra teaching gigs while I was buried in projects. But this year, we booked a week at this fancy all-inclusive in the Hamptons, thinking we needed to reconnect, just us two. Reconnect. My whole world was about to implode before we even got to baggage claim at LaGuardia. Airport chaos, you know how it is. Then I saw him, guy watching Jessica. Not just a glance, man, this was a stare. Lingering, too long. Familiarity in his eyes, like they shared some inside joke I wasn't in on. They didn't say anything, didn't even nod, but my gut twisted into a knot. Jessica. Oblivious, or pretending to be. Boarding the plane, she always takes the window. Always. This time, aisle seat. Stomach issues, she says. My unease went nuclear. Swapped seats with some dude. Told him my wife wasn't feeling great. Needed the aisle. I usually sleep on planes, no problem. Not this time. Anxiety gnawing at me. Pretended to doze, but after like 15 minutes, caught Jessica glancing over, checking if I was really out. Then she gets up, heads for the restroom. As she walks past a row, hand on some guy's shoulder. Just a touch, quick, light. But it was him. Confirmed. Body language screamed louder than words. When they met in the aisle, his hand brushed her waist. Brushed. And she didn't pull away. Wave of ice water over me. Betrayal. Cold and sharp. How could she? Spent the rest of the flight in a daze, replaying it in my head, hoping I'd imagined it, misread it, anything. Connecting flight to Islip MacArthur. Boom. There he is again, 5 rows behind us. Jessica, window seat this time, like nothing happened. Wanted to believe I was losing it, overreacting. Deep down, knew the truth. Landed in Islip, grabbed our bags, rental car. Driving to the resort, Jessica glued to her phone. "Who you texting?" I asked, trying to keep my voice level, casual. "Mom, sis," she says, not even looking up. Letting them know we got here. Wanted to believe her, desperately. But doubt was a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger, faster, Suite was insane. Ocean view, balcony, the works, unpacked in silence. Tried to grab hold of something, anything, to salvage this trip, us. Walked up behind Jessica, wrapped my arms around her, kissed her neck, the spot she always loved. "You know how much I love you," I whispered. She turned, small, hesitant kiss on the lips. "Love you too, babe." But her eyes, dead, distant, not Jessica's eyes. "I'd never hurt you, Jessica. Or us." She actually shuddered. "I know, Mike." Barely audible, wouldn't meet my gaze. Right then, I knew, losing her. If she hadn't already crossed that line, she was about to. Bathroom. Gripped the sink, stared at my reflection. How did we get here? What did I miss? Could I even save us? Too late? "Mike!" Voice tight, almost panicked. "I got my period." "What?" "Forgot tampons." "Period?" Frowned. "What, just started?" "Yeah." "That's not normal," I said carefully. "Maybe it's the travel, excitement of the trip, I don't know. I'll go get some." She practically ran out of the room, slamming the door behind her. First thought, might slow down her little rendezvous. But then, the doubt. Jessica, irregular periods. Never. Lying. To avoid intimacy. Sickening. Her phone. On the TV stand. Just sitting there. Hesitated. Felt like crossing a line I could never uncross. Then I grabbed it, turned it on. No password. Bastard. Messages. Confirmed my worst nightmare. Anthony. "Hey, hot stuff, can't wait to have you." Jessica. "Anthony, you almost got us caught on the plane." Anthony. "Almost kissed you right there on the damn plane. Liked your squeeze." Jessica. "Mike was asleep." Anthony. "I'm in the lobby. Stu acting weird." "Stu? He can't even get my name right." Jessica. "Mike's a good husband." Anthony. "But I'm better in bed." Cocky prick. Jessica. "Mike's good, but I need more." Anthony. "Let's make a baby." Unbelievable. Jessica. "I'll make you wet." Jesus. Anthony. "Stu won't touch me." The lie. Jessica. "Lie about my period." Anthony. "He's so stupid." Jessica. "Don't call him that." Like she's defending me? Pathetic. Anthony. "Meet me in the lobby." Jessica. "Call me at 5. Stood there frozen. Rage rising in my throat. Bile taste in my mouth. Hands shaking so bad I almost dropped the phone. The woman I loved. For over a decade. The woman I trusted with my life. Gone. Vanished. Replaced by this stranger. Glanced out the window. Pool area. Them. Kissing. Right there. Out in the open. Snapped. Grabbed my camera. Record. Everything. They think they can play me for a fool. Dead wrong. New plan forming. Fast. Not just walking away. They were gonna feel this. Every ounce of betrayal. Every lie. This wasn't going to be their perfect little love shack getaway. Oh no. I had work to do, and this vacation just took a very, very dark turn. Had to move now. Every second I waited, she had more time to spin her web of lies, manipulate the situation. Divorce. Needed to start divorce proceedings yesterday. Protect myself. Financially, emotionally, everything. Hurriedly threw on some clothes, grabbed my camera, bolted from the room. Mind racing. How to get solid, undeniable proof. Bar was dimly lit, perfect for sneaking around, but worried about camera quality. Hoped it would be good enough. Palm trees clustered together near the edge of the patio. Perfect cover. Positioned myself behind them, clear view of Jessica and her boy toy, completely unseen. Heart burned, rage and devastation warring inside me. Then I saw her, wrapped around him, laughing, hair thrown back, wearing that red dress, the one I used to adore. Used to. Took every ounce of willpower not to storm out there, rip them apart, confront them right then and there. But evidence first. Emotions later. Steady hands. Filming. Every touch. Every kiss. Every whispered word I couldn't hear but could damn well imagine. Each moment, a knife twisting deeper, forced myself to keep filming. Hours. Felt like days. Resolve started to waver. Watching my wife, my Jessica, so open, so passionate with another man. Nauseating. Considered just going back to the room, packing my bags, getting out of there. But just as I turned to leave, I saw them, leaving the dance floor, fast, urgent. Suspicion flared. Discreetly followed them, keeping my distance, staying in the shadows. Stolen kisses in the hallway against the wall, each one a fresh wave of fury. Finally, they stopped at his room. Room number practically screamed economy. Stark contrast to our luxury suite. Outside his door, peered through the gap in the curtains, strained to hear anything. Camera rolling, recording it all. Hushed voices, lingering touches. Then, the undressing. Pain threatened to swallow me whole, but I stayed rooted. Then I heard it, something that chilled me to the bone. Jessica's voice, laced with concern. The pills, the ones I gave Mike, are you sure they're safe? I'm worried about the side effects. Side effects? The pills she... Anthony's smooth, reassuring voice. Relax, babe. He'll be out for hours. No harm done. In fact... A pause, then his voice dropped lower. Maybe we should increase the dosage next time. Give us even more time together. Their laughter. Casual, cruel, the final, absolute betrayal. Heard enough. Retreated to my room. Fury boiling over white-hot rage. Revenge, no longer an option. Necessity, but not blind rage. Smart revenge. Direct confrontation. Could backfire. Wouldn't give them the satisfaction of seeing me break. Needed to separate them. First, idea sparked. Spa day. Jessica loved being pampered. Perfect. Keep her occupied, blissed out, while I dealt with Anthony, alone. 5 a.m. Jessica slipped back into the room, quiet as a mouse, slinking into bed beside me. Fought every instinct to shove her away, scream in her face. Feigned sleep, waiting. Perfect moment. 7 a.m. Rose, showered, dressed. Out to book the spa. Longest package they had. 3 hours, ample time. Time to confront Anthony. Satisfied, back to the room around 9 a.m. Jessica still dead to the world. Seized the chance. Her phone. Carefully took it. Scrolled through messages. Anthony. Texted within the last hour. You were amazing last night. Any chance you could escape Stu for some afternoon fun? Stu. Still can't get my name right. Grip tightened on the phone, stayed calm. End was so close I could taste it. Jessica stirred, slipped her phone back in her bag, leaned in, kissed her forehead. Good morning. Morning. Sleepy, groggy. Sorry about last night. Falling asleep so suddenly, ruining our plans. Surprise, I said smoothly. Spa day. Make it up to you. Show you how much I love you. Flicker of uncertainty in her eyes. Surprise? Cautiously. Spa day? Yeah. I wish you'd ask me first. Wouldn't be a surprise then, would it? I countered, playing the hurt husband. Look, you don't have to rush off right now. Appointments for later. We can spend some time together first. Hesitated, then a weak nod. Thank you. That's really thoughtful. Hour later, breakfast buffet. Loaded my plate, bacon, eggs, the works. Jessica picked at fruit, sipped coffee. Not hungry? Feigned concern. Is it because of your period? Yeah, maybe, she muttered, distracted, eyes darting around. Anthony's message still buzzing in her head, I bet. Didn't matter. Plan was locked and loaded. After breakfast, beach walk, camera. Snapped photos of the scenery, then of her. Uneasy. Played my role. You okay? Pretending not to know the answer. Yeah, just tired, she said quickly, too quickly. Would you mind if I went back to the room? Nap before my spa visit? Forced a smile. Of course, baby. Get it. Not ideal. Period starting on vacation. She walked away. No goodbye kiss. Knew exactly where she was headed. Gave her the perfect excuse to sneak off to Anthony. But I was already 2 steps ahead. Roamed the hotel grounds for an hour. Casually found myself outside Anthony's room. Voices drifted through the door. Not Jessica's. Curiosity peaked. Camera ready. Daylight risk, but couldn't pass up the chance for more evidence. Instead of peering through the window again, mounted my camera on the windowsill. Angled it just right. Stepped back. Observed from a safe distance. Minutes turned into an hour. Patience paid off. 2 women. The ones from the pool yesterday. Anthony had been charming them. Big time. Emerging from his room, giggling, wrapped in towels, like they'd just shared some hilarious inside joke. Smirked. So much for true love. Retrieved my camera. Headed back to my room. Confrontation with Anthony was coming, but first Jessica's spa appointment. Had to make sure she went. Wanted Anthony completely alone when I paid him a visit. Jessica wouldn't be back from the spa for nearly another hour. Just enough time to review my new footage, finalize the plan. Back in the room, fired up my laptop, transferred all the videos from the trip. Jessica and the idiot Anthony. Then, the footage of the 2 women in his room. Jaw dropped. Turns out, they found a way to kill time while their boyfriends were out deep-sea fishing. Anthony, the smooth operator, had convinced them to join him for a little ménage à trois, low-budget adult film playing out right there. He was with one woman, the other one watching, entertaining herself. Then they switched. Cycle continued. Disgusting. Another idea hit me. Time it perfectly. Bail out of this hellhole while Jessica was still at the spa, still clueless. She'd probably try to drug me again tonight. Same routine as last night. Make me look like a fool again. But if I played my cards right, she'd head to the bar, meet Anthony, dancing, drinks, then back to his room. If I could slip something into their drinks towards the end of the night, lights out, before they even made it back to his room, timing had to be flawless. Of course, life plans rarely unfold perfectly. Next step. DVR copy of Anthony's little escapade. Had to admit, the guy had some kind of twisted charm, pulling in two women like that. Multiple DVR discs duplicated his daytime performance. Now, needed to figure out where to discreetly leave them. Added insurance. Also made copies of all my previous recordings. Front desk. Arranged for one disc to be overnighted to my brother Frank's place back home. Note attached. Do not play. Do not reveal origin. Just in case my plan went sideways, or Jessica and Anthony caught wind of things and tried to retaliate. That disc. Frank. Insurance. Glanced at the time. Jessica was almost done with her spa treatment. Decided to make the most of my remaining time. Scouted the hotel. Located the rooms of the two women and their clueless boyfriends. Partners deserved to know how their ladies were spending their vacation time. Spotted the women emerging from the pool wrapped in towels. Discreetly followed them. Rooms, conveniently, right next to each other. Perfect. Another piece of the plan clicked into place. If everything went according to schedule, Jessica and Anthony repeating last night's routine, then by morning, their entire little vacation was going to blow up in their faces. Back in my room, airline call. Earliest flight out. 10 a.m., later than I'd hoped, but booked it. Front desk again, early checkout, 8 a.m. Emergency at home. Concierge, sympathetic, wished me well. Thanked them. Room. Fully committed now, no turning back. Even if things went completely south, I'd be on a plane in the morning, getting out of this nightmare, beating Jessica home. But if, by some miracle, everything went exactly as I envisioned, she'd be stranded here for days, maybe weeks, giving me all the time in the world to dismantle her life. Plan. Simple. Brutal. 1. Let Jessica think she'd successfully drugged me. Feign sleep. Let her and Anthony have their special evening. 2. Back to the bar. Observe them. Wait for the right moment. Spike their drinks. Time it just right. They'd be out cold before they even reached his room, or right as they stumbled in. Timing was everything. 3. Once they were unconscious, in his room. Intervene. Drag Jessica's cheating ass back to our suite. Then, back to Anthony's room. Strip him bare. Wallet, cash, passport, credit cards, clothes. Every last damn thing. Discreetly slipped the DVR discs under the doors of the two women's rooms. Unexpected wake-up call for their boyfriends. Anthony's license plate, clear as day on the footage. Tracking him down later wouldn't be a problem. Finally, Jessica. Deal with her the same way. Strip her of everything, except her clothes and her purse. Leave a note in her empty wallet. I set you up, everything in place. All I could do now, wait for the players to make their moves. 5:30 p.m. Jessica returned to the room, serene, radiant. Pained me to see her like this, knowing it was the last time I'd ever see her, really see her. The woman I loved was dead. This was just a ghost wearing her skin. Mike, thank you so much for the spa day. It was incredible. I feel like a whole new person. Glowing with satisfaction, like she hadn't just plunged a knife into my heart and twisted it. Thrilled you enjoyed it, I said, voice even, controlled. Initially, you weren't too keen when I suggested it, but now I'm glad you did. Just wanted to show you how much you mean to me. Watched something flicker across her face. Guilt? Maybe. Thanks again, she said, voice softer. I really enjoyed it, and I love you. More conviction than before. Amazing how easily lies rolled off her tongue now. Anytime, baby, I said, forcing a smile. Dinner reservations for 7. How about we rest up, then get ready? She nodded, headed to the bathroom, purse in hand. Few minutes later, back with 2 bottles of water, handed one to me. Here, drink up. I want to go dancing tonight. You better start hydrating now. Wink. Wink. Seriously? All right, I chuckled, playing along. Let me hit the bathroom first. Once inside, familiar routine. Empty the bottle, refill with tap water, flush the toilet for effect. Back to the bedroom, sipped my water for maybe 15 minutes. Then, the performance. Pretended to fall asleep, light snores. Watched Jessica getting ready for her night with Anthony. Once she was in the shower, seized the opportunity. Her phone again. Can't leave this afternoon. Stu got me a spa package. I couldn't refuse. Text to Anthony. Anthony's reply. No problem, baby. I've got other plans. Tonight still on? Jessica's response. Oh, yeah. Can't wait to be with you. Anger flared. Hot. Sharp. But cooled it down. End was so close. Searched her purse again. Anthony's room key. Pocketed it. Carefully placed everything back. Jessica took longer than usual to get ready. Almost like she was savoring every last moment of this deception.